Are you with me when I say that I'm done with oranges and browns? If you would like to see how these fun, colorful, cheerful pages come together in my journal, keep it right here. What's up everyone, this is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. You must be thinking, these stickers look more like spring, but I'm all right with that as long as it keeps me cheerful because this is my journal and I'm not a neutral or a softer colors girly. I like things bright, cheerful, and happy. So here I'm using some washi tape stickers from the washi tape shop and combining it with some stickers from Journal C. I have my Gyro Cut Pro, the newer one I picked up, along with some of the Live Love Posh sticker books. And this is my daily journal, which is the B5 from Archer and Olive. And I also have some thinner or the medium-sized washi tapes from Planny Thing. And I have my usual tools and accessories, everything out. And this is the last setup I have using some supplies from Journal C. And this was so fun. And I'm going to, actually I did not realize it was not fully in frame. And my code Priya can earn you 8% off at Journal C. And for the washi tape shop, Planny Thing, Live Love Posh, and Archer and Olive, and a few other shops, my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off. So all that information can be found in the description, along with all the products, the names, everything you need to go shopping. And if you like to see such fun ideas and things to try in your planners or journals, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on that bell notification so that you can be sure you do not miss out on any of those coming. So this pre-cut washi tape was one of the newer ones, and this is called the French Courtyard. And these are individual elements already pre-cut for you, and you just peel and stick. And such fun elements to combine, as you can see. And I thought it went perfectly with that Poetry of Life sticker book from Journal C. So I had shared a separate flip through, in fact, 2 haul videos from Journal C, and they were very generous in sending me tons of products to play with. And this washi, this lace washi, unlike the older lace washi from the washi type shop, is kind of in a matte finish. So there is no glossy look, there is no glare from the camera. And this one is called Fleur de Lune. And these are the laces and florals, which are just perfect to bring something into your spreads. So that is where we are. And the tape had been extremely sticky, so I'm having to trim off the very tip, just making sure there is no additional glue on the tape that went over the roll. So just having to trim off that tip, just making sure I don't waste any of that gorgeous washi. And these scissors are also from Journal C, and so is my tweezer. And you know how I love to use my tools as and when needed, because the tools are meant to help me work easier. So I'm going with this cute well, and I'm starting from the front this time. And this sticker book has the glossier finish and the PET stickers and the washi tape stickers. So I'm picking all of the washi tape options because there are 2 sheets of each set of elements, and one is glossy and the other is in matte finish. So I'm bringing in another house or a cottage, and I think that is good for the very first page. So I'm going to use this green washi tape, and that I think is a perfect color of green. So this was from Planything, and I'm not sure if it is still in stock. And Planything does have amazing products, and for a bit she had some interruptions to her shipping to the US, but now to my understanding she has resumed, and you might want to check out the shop if you are still looking to purchase, and whatever is available will be for you to pick up. And restocks do not happen that frequently, so if you like something, I would suggest you pick it up right away, or else you do run the risk of the items selling out and then it's not available for your use. So this is my new GyroCut Pro, and as you can see, it does an even better job of cutting through the thick 160 GSM paper, and I'm loving this. So if you noticed my GyroCut, I had it for a few years and I had used them very well. So I will link the GyroCut and the GyroCut Pro in the description. So if you ever want to pick it up, you do have the option. And for the pages in the back, I'm picking the glossier element because at least the glare will be minimal, because in the front pages, if you have those elements, then it gets very kind of tricky getting the picture properly. And I'm just trying to keep it as symmetrical as I possibly can, because some of the elements, they are just not the same since it's not symmetrical. So I'm switching to the GyroCut, the OG one, because I wanted just the washi tape to be cut and I did not want to damage the page at all. So I'm keeping it with very minimal pressure, so that way I can stay away from damaging the page. And that is the first Dutch door. So you see how easy it is to bring together such fun components. And next up, let's have some layers behind here. And I will be kind of using some of this brick wall. One just came off like so, part of the tree trunk, because I think it got stuck to the cellophane tape that seals the whole washi tape. So ooh, that's really, you think that the washi tape stickers would tear easily, but you can see it does not. And it does come across as much stronger than you would think. And I'm really glad it is, because I do go through a lot of positioning and repositioning when it comes to all these elements. And this yellow door, in fact, does remind me of, please correct me if I'm wrong, that yellow door reminds me of the door Mary Ellen, Planning with Bumble, shared during her, it might have been one of the Patreon exclusive, or did she share it on IG? I don't remember. Her front door is this bright yellow color, and this door immediately reminded me of that. So I knew I had to bring it in. And yeah, I think that Bridgerton style house is now that's coming out, and we will bring that in. So I think that goes a bit of the layering action that we all need. And I think it does have some of those same look that I wanted. And now the black and white, we need something solid, don't we? Let me just go get. Yeah, luckily this set of washi tapes was within reach. So I'm going to pick this set from Live Love Posh. They believe this is a tropical washi set. And I'm going to, yeah, just keeping it simple here. And then, yeah, let me know if you have any of these stickers that I'm showing, because these complement each other so well. You would not even think that they do not belong to the same set. Am I correct? So now let's trim the washi and complete the second Dutch door. And this is the next. Yeah. I think this is a very good example of how you can come up with simple Dutch doors, but then you do have all the gorgeous layers all lined up perfectly when you turn the pages at the end. And that's Mary Ellen's door. Finishing off the Dutch door with the scissors. And let me know how you are liking this. Do you like to bring in some freshness? Because I personally do not like to keep it all seasonal, because not all seasons are my favorites. I love winter. And the other seasons, I think the other seasons I decorate because I can bring in the colorful look. And that's all I usually look for, because it has to cheer me up. And this is my journal that I'm decorating. So it should invite me to use it more. And that is my primary reason. So let me know in the comments if you do Dutch doors. And I know there are lots of new members in my YouTube family. So I would like to really welcome you wholeheartedly to this lovely creative space of mine. And I trust every one of you, both new and old subscribers, are doing well. And it is always a pleasure when people chit chat in my comments, and I do get to know, and I get to know the people better, I should say, because we all get to know people along the way, and we all share this common love for stationery, and it should be a very sweet place just by itself, because we're sharing a common interest. And let me know what the weather is where you are, because in the southern hemisphere it is almost summer, and they're just in the middle of their spring season. And for us in the northern hemisphere, it's the opposite. So we are in fall, getting ready for winter. And this is the set of pages for November. I cannot even imagine that 2025 is going by so fast. And I'm really looking forward to some good beginnings and lots of fun things to do in 2026. So this is the time when a lot of new people enter the community, planning or journaling, and you have lots of new folks discovering new brands, discovering new brands and shops and planners and journals, and they keep asking about the good things that we have found in certain brands. So I do see a lot of discussion revolving around those in various Facebook groups. Please make sure you follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, because there is a lot of content regarding the prep work for 2026 coming. And if you notice, I'm measuring the tape I will need, the length I will need to have a straight line along the page, and I'm going to line it up perfectly so that it does not eat up too much into the writing space. But then again, I wanted to have that layering action just below Mary Ellen's door. And I think I should start calling it the yellow door and not drag her name every time I look at the door. And let me know if you have finalized your lineup, or are you still in the market for planners or journals, because there are different criteria people will have before they finalize or arrive at the planners or journals they want for their use. And you can see that I'm attaching one portion of the tape, and then I'm just letting the other side fall, but still making sure that I have the straight edge, and I think that's good. And just making sure it is straight, which I think it is. And that is our next Dutch door. And you see how easy it is to end up with such a pretty Dutch door. And people would think you have put in hours into this, or at least a few minutes, but you know how easy it was. And now let's get working on that Dutch door. And that scalloped edge will give it a very nice, elegant touch. And I think that is the countryside element that I wanted to bring in with this. And the French countryside, I'm not quite sure this would be how it looks around this time of the year, but I can always create any scene, any season in my journal or planner. And if you look closely in that sticker book, they do have a basket full of chicks. So it's meant to be a proper spring sticker book. And I'm just not willing to admit that. And let's use that paper clip, in fact, to lay that down flat so that we can have this lace washi on the other side. And if you notice that tape is cut very close to that scallop edge, so you have that exact shape and not that straight edge which most washi tapes will have. So that is our next one. And there we have, yeah. And then repositioning it becomes so much easier. Can you see that? And that is the next side of the Dutch door complete. And can you see that edge on the tape? And that is our second last Dutch door. And we will now go back and see what else we can bring in. I think that girl would be perfect. Again, going for that matte finish sticker. And let me know how the weather is. Are you enjoying the fall or spring weather, depending on where you are? And what your favorite thing about fall is. Do you like to go on a hayride? visit a pumpkin patch, what, or just watching the fall foliage, what is it that you like? And we have this set of the, I think I would like to bring in that arched door frame, and we have other smaller elements we can combine, and this is going to be kind of where, yeah, it needs to move a bit more to the right because I want those floral vines and that arch to actually be seen. And you see how sticky that is. Putting down that straight is a task, especially with such intricate details on the edges. It becomes a task. And I'm trying to move that a bit to the right so that the elements can very well be visible from the front, because I don't want the lace washi to hide any of the gorgeous details in here. I think that is good. Just a small peeking arched doorway. And let's bring in that peacock. Since it's one of my favorites, we will bring it in. And we will also bring in that fountain, which can hide behind the arched doorway. And let's see. I'm just trying to be careful as to not to rip it. Otherwise, I could have picked it up way earlier than that. And let's bring in the, no, I think, yeah, the peacock can sit right there at the top. Now I think we have our next Dutch door. Now let us see. And we will also, I think one of these, yeah, I think one of the pinks will look good for that extra pop of color. Yeah, and I'm not wasting any washi, so whatever gets cut right after that, I think it'll go to waste, so I'm not wasting much. And that's our next set of washi down, and we will now come and finish off the Dutch door using our Gyro Cut Pro. And this is the next Dutch door. And let me know if you have a Gyro Cut or a Gyro Cut Pro, and if you have both, let me know which one you like better. And that is our next Dutch door all done. Let me know in the comments if you are ready for your 2026 lineup. Are you ready with everything you need, or are you still finishing up with the decisions? And are you trying some new layouts or new planners? Let me know in the comments. And if you have been using a journal, please let me know what your favorite or ideal sizes for journaling. And if you have bought your journal for next year, please let me know in the comments. And which brand will you be using your journals from? And it does make a huge difference in what you can do based on the quality of the journals, because you will have the flexibility of using more mediums if your journal is in a thicker or a superior quality. And my favorites currently are Archer and Olive and the new Live Love Posh journals, the dot grid journals. The only downside is that Live Love Posh is only A5 journals currently, and Archer and Olive has it in all the sizes you need. And there are other brands like the Notebook Therapy, the T4C. Notebook Therapy I have tried. I know Washi Tape Shop also has journals. I'm not sure what the size options are, but they do have the doctorate journals. And T4C also, I guess I've not tried it personally, but I do hear that they have a good selection. And their books are much bigger, 196 pages or 200 something pages, I'm not sure. And that is the next side pretty much complete. And that is going to be our next one. And I'm just trimming it right there at the bottom of that arched doorway. And now let's see. Now I think we will have one more page, and then I think we can call it a spread. So for this one, I will have a good mix of the sticker book and the washi tape elements. And this is such a pretty sticker book. And I'm telling you, you do not have to wait until the next year to use a seasonal sticker book. Nobody is going to judge you. It's a no judgment zone. So feel free to use your stash or your stickers, because if you don't use it right away, you're very likely to forget it until the next year that season rolls by. So if you have a chance, dive straight into your new collections. And that I think will give you a big relief. And I'm going to see, yeah, I think that is where I would like to see it. Yeah, I think that's good. And that lamppost is perfect against all these elements we have going on. And we do have a lot of these hanging clusters, which I think will be quite handy. And I really want to use this gate here, but I'm not sure it is the right place. So yeah, that wisteria vines look perfect here. So why don't we just move that lamppost a bit more to the left so that the wisteria can go down peacefully there. Yeah, and I think that's a good spot for that. And what else? And we have the gate that has gone down for now, but I don't think it is staying there because that looks really weird. From some angles, it looks really weird. So I think it can come off for now. Then we will get to the placement of that a bit later. And let me know if you're getting ready for the holiday season. And if you have started getting gifts for others, I think Amazon does have their sale coming. There will be a Prime Day, and then I believe there is another Prime Day before the Black Friday sales that happen every year. Yeah, I can't believe it's November already. I'm filming this a couple of days before November, but still, November is almost here. And before you know, the year will be over. And yeah, I wanted to bring that arched doorway and the decorated one too. What else? I think, yeah, we already have a blue colored door there, which I think goes better with all the colors we have. And what else? I think that brick wall and the vines are all looking pretty there. And what else? And I really wanted to bring some more of the green here, not in the form of a house, but in the form of trees or shrubs or flowering plants. So maybe we will have one of the buckets filled with water and the English ivy. I believe that's what it is. Yeah, the English ivy is very, very widely seen in a lot of places, and that is going to be quite an invasive species if you don't take care of it. If you are not a fan of the English ivy, then I think you should keep an eye on the growth of that, because I've seen a lot of buildings seriously attacked by the English ivy or the poison. I think it's a different species, but they call the English ivy, and then there is a poison ivy. So all of that will be invasive. So you have a lot of things that will need to be taken care of, and you have to keep an eye on if the ivy is growing back. So a lot of care is needed if you are not a big fan of the species. And let's add some hanging plants there. And we'll have like a small cluster, a small area where there are some green plants. And let's throw in a few of those branches with flowers. And we have the next page, and I think that quote from I believe it is a Spring Love, and I really love how it works perfectly for the setup. And let's use the lace washi on the left page now, and I'm keeping it very, very minimal, and I'll bring in a few elements which I think will give the whole spread a fresh look, because we will have the lace washi, and then we will have a few elements that pull it together. And yeah, the dotted lines and the scalloped edge also, they always help, but then again you have a lot of issues sometimes when it comes to laying it down straight, and I think that's good. That came out perfectly. And what else? I think we will bring in that arched door again. Not at the same level, obviously, but we will bring it in. And that is going to be another, maybe one of those windows or doors. Yeah, let's bring in the arched doorway first. And this time, I think I will let my bird loose and it will go and sit. Let us see where it will. Let me know what you think about this. Yeah, getting that down straight is an issue. And let us continue with our task of straightening it. I could have edited this, but then I thought all of us struggle with such things, and just keeping it genuine might be a way for you to understand that you are not alone. You are not struggling alone. We all deal with this because, especially with such thin stickers, it is always an issue when the sticker just rolls over and then you don't end up with a sticker that's put straight. And that is our arched door sitting right there. And we will now, let's see, we need a few more of those elements, and we will bring in the peacock right there inside it, and we will have some of the roses hanging from the bottom also. I believe they are roses or flowers. They do look like roses. And let us also bring in some more of the, nah, I did not like it. And there also, I did not quite like how it turned out. And this is going to be, nah, that brick wall already went down on the left side. So I am not sure I need to repeat it because I'm trying to create a scene and I'm trying to avoid repetitions. So that way I don't have to worry about ruining the look of the spread, or if I have the same elements repeated on either side, I don't quite like how it looks. So I'm just putting it back, just trying to return it where it originally belonged to. What else do we need? I think this window, yeah, I think that window would be perfect. Just putting it down there, and then the wisteria can go right there. Have you seen wisteria flowers or these right on any garden archways, or sometimes you have all these walkways and you have this covering, and the wisteria is the perfect plant to go on top of those. We were visiting Georgia last spring, and I did catch a glimpse of, not catch a glimpse, we in fact spent a day, a part of the day, in a park, a national park, and it was Nepal, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Nepal, and the wisteria plants or the vines were in full bloom, and I was so glad that I got to see the real beauty of it. And it was in a mixed shade of white and whiter off-white and lavender color. So it was just really soft and pretty. And I think I have lots and lots of videos with the whole. It was actually a walkway and it was just hanging from the covered, not covered entirely, but it was like it was a partitioned surface because they wanted the beauty of the wisteria to be seen. And there was a cafe underneath. At least a portion of the seating was into this area, and it was just so dreamy and perfect. And I really love how I got to see that in person in full bloom. And I've seen it before, but again, it is hardly any flowers on there, and it's just not as fragrant as you have heard it to be. And this time it just made my heart full. And let's try and replace some of these floral vines, and we will also come and finish off some of the clusters. And I'm bringing in a few boxes from Live Love Posh, and I think some of the boxes were from I believe the Functionally Noir and the which was the other sticker book? I think the Functionally Pastel, and this is the Spring Love is the other book, because as you can see, I've used up a lot of the functional boxes from here. And a lot of these sticker books is still in stock. So if you are somebody who loves to get these items while they're still in stock, you might want to check out the store. And they did have 3 big releases in October, and I'm not sure what exactly is coming in November, but in October they had their Christmas release, and then there was a journaling Heirloom Flourish and Blooms Heirloom journaling release with gorgeous journals in A5, 4 designs, 4 colors in the covers, stunning designs. And they even as of the time of editing, the release is just happening, the last one on October 29th, and that comes out with lots of new products. And there were inserts that you would need for your 2026 planners, filler paper, lots and lots of things for you to purchase. They also had notepads, they had new standing folios, a whole set of products, new covers, discs, luxurious covers for your planners in various sizes, and snap-in covers, you name it, they should have it. So please check out all those fun items that came out. And all the other shops also had their releases, and Arch and Olive will be coming out with their winter release on November 5th. If I'm not mistaken, all the details regarding all the upcoming releases will be in the description. Mojo Jojo Plans are coming out with their dated stickers for all your undated planners, and everything you need for redating some of your old planners which you might have lying around. All of those can be taken care of using those sticker books. So all the upcoming releases, everything you need to know can be found in the description. So you can see me go around making these clusters, finishing them off with some of the elements from the stickers, and all of that is something I'm doing. And then I think I will be ready with the spread. And there was some weird element that was sticking out because that was a scrap from an earlier piece I used. So let's use that weird space to make a window scene there. And we will have some more of the deco items for the cluster on the left, and I think we should be done with that. And let me know how you like this, and please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. And please find all the products I mentioned along with all the shops, codes, and everything you need to grab them if you need it. And please make sure that you check out the other videos. Lots of fun things I've tried and tested on my channel. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.